In this episode, the NLWB, the Drukhari and Imperial Knight codex, and upcoming events. Welcome to the Board Report podcast. We're back with episode number 3. Today on this episode, I have two guests. I have CJ from the Order. Welcome,
What's
CJ.
up? What's up?
And I have Ruud from the NLWB. He has done a ton of stuff in the Netherlands. So,
Wow, best intro ever.
Gentlemen, I'm gonna let the introduction be from your side. So, CJ, can you introduce yourself? What your Warhammer 40k experience is, and something like that.
I'm very good at rolling through the pain. That's my jam.
Getting fourth place.
And that's why I'm very sad that all the film pain is gone from the Drukhari codex, except for my new chick, Lady Mallet. But I'm a long-time 40k player. I've been playing for about 18 years now. Yep.
Really? Not more?
Nope.
Fuck, I feel old now.
You are old.
18
You started young, man.
Is quite some time. So thank you for joining today, CJ. He will be here representing the Order. He will tell us something about the Drukhari Codex, the Battle of the Clubs. He's participating as well, and of course, Matt is in the middle. And then we have Ruud. He's joining us to tell us some more about the NLWB. We will dive into that a bit later. Can you introduce yourself, Ruud?
Yeah, so apparently I've been playing Warhammer longer than CJ, so almost 25 years. So fuck
Oof.
me. Competitive idiot. Mostly 40k. Started in fantasy, then it died. Played 40k. Started 4th. Had some fun. Managed some national team. Did pretty well.
And now
Getting a
you have
kid.
some.
So yeah. So instead of managing 12 kids and a lot of idiots, I am doing one kid,
And
which
one
apparently
idiot.
listens, but
You hope.
yeah, don't tell the wife.
So we have two upcoming dead hammers here at the podcast.
Exactly.
Excellent. Well, like I said, thank you for joining. Today we will be starting with a section about the NLWB, or the Nederlandse Warhammerbond. Then we'll be skipping over to the BOTC, a teams in an event that will be upcoming in 2 weeks. We will take a quick peek at the Drukhari Codex, then Madness in the middle, the Imperial Knights Codex, and I had a section for listener questions, but since no one listens, or at least since in questions we have some listeners, we will be going for looking ahead. So, NLWB, it was something that was sprung up on me somewhere in the middle of this year. Ruud, can you give me an elevator pitch of 60 seconds or less about the NLWB, and then we can dive into the details afterwards. So, what is the NLWB and why?
The NLWB is the Dutch Warhammer Federation, or Nederlandse Warhammerbond, and we called it the Life because there is nothing that will support local TOs, gaming stores, the national 40k team for WTC. So after I did a couple of years of captaincy, I noticed that we need more financial support, some overall stuff, a referee core, and getting the community to grow and experience each other and have more fun and more community feeling and more socials. So me and Justin made an official foundation at the start of October last year. So we're almost a year in. And I dropped the bomb on somebody at the WhatsApp group of the Dutch 40k community, which was quite funny. And now we are having meetings with all the Dutch TOs. We're setting up a referee team, and then starting with 40k. And if everything is set in stone, we're gonna reach out to other people that do Age of Sigmar, Old World, all the kill team stuff. Because first we want to have a program that works, and afterwards we can build and build and build and build and build.
That definitely makes sense. So if I get it right, the Nederlandse Warhammerbond is a organization that is not for a single club, city, or team. it's basically a community and a assisting corporation or organization for all Warhammer 40k players in the Netherlands.
Yeah. Technically for all Warhammer players, and then we're starting with 40k. So
Starting
we
with
are,
40K.
yeah. So we are literally a foundation that's helping out all the clubs, all the DOs, all the players to reach out, connect, meet up, have fun, but also with the support of us, have the Dutch ranking that's getting taken over by us. Tournaments, support, like I said, referee corps, and there's also a nice event coming up. Well, not event, like a little secret that's coming up. I'll tell you afterwards, or at the end of the show, maybe.
Interesting.
Yes.
We're always up for some secret info if it's on the podcast or not, of course.
Surprises.
So,
We like
what
surprises.
would the main benefit be for just your regular Joe club? For example, here in the Netherlands or in the Hague, we have a club. They join some tournaments. They join on a regular basis. What's the benefit for a regular 40k player that's not joining Team NL?
So we have started our website, www.nlwb.nl. And what you can find there as a regular Joe for a Warhammer player is to find gaming clubs. So if you start with Warhammer, if you're still looking for people to connect with, we have a club finder. So you can just type in your postal code and then they will send you to the nearest gaming club. So if you have a nice club in The Hague, and you have a random guy starting to play Warhammer, he goes to the store, he says, "Oh, I like Warhammer, but I don't have any friends that play it yet. What can I do?" Find the club finder at the website, find new people, connect, start playing Warhammer, and get some new friends in. Which I already have 3 clubs that texted me, "Hey man, the website's working fine," because I already have 3 emails of people asking for a gaming night or an introduction or
Oh,
yeah,
that is really cool.
yeah, it's already growing.
So first of all, it's a way for 40k players that are not yet in the competitive scene and they want to start to find the clubs near them locally,
Yep.
which is awesome. But you also said something about tournament support and club support. Can you elaborate a bit on how the NLWB will be able to support the local club that is looking to organize a tournament?
If you are wanting to organize a tournament, this is still a work in progress, so don't look up the website yet. But we are getting a official blank sheet of a rules pack, which you can download and then fill in your address, accounts, and your date, and then you have a custom-made, ready-to-use rules pack. If you need any support regarding the sponsorship with your club, or if you need help with what you call it, gaming store stuff, we can be the connection. And what we're also working on is a point system where if you start buying Warhammer from your local gaming store, that you can save money or save points with everybody in the club to get some terrain, for example, for your club free of charge from your local gaming store, or dice or mats or whatever you fancy.
Oh, wow, that sounds great. So that's something that is in addition to what your regular gaming store offers. If you are part
Yeah,
of the NLWB as a club, you're
yeah.
able to do stuff like that.
So hypothetically, for you guys, I have to still check it with Ollie, so don't start saving money yet. But if you spend money at the Tabletop Kingdom, every euro, for example, you spend there, you can save a percentage, or Ollie will save it or keep it for you. And then at the end of the year, he goes like, "Hey, you gathered this many points. This is worth gaming mats, dice, terrain, something." Maybe a guy on this podcast has some terrain that he wants to sell through TTK. I don't know.
Well, that sounds like a really good prospect, especially for clubs that are starting out. because it's always difficult to do stuff as a group. So that's it for a club that is starting out as the club itself, because they can earn points. They have support in organizing a tournament. But I think I also heard something about a referee team that will be able to assist bigger or smaller tournaments in the Netherlands with various items as well.
Correct. So I'm working on a referee corps. That will mean that we have about 4 to 6 people across the Netherlands that can be asked upon to referee or judge tournaments. So if you're hosting a tournament and you're inexperienced, or you don't have time to play the referee, or you don't know all the rules that well, you can ask for the referee corps, or ask for a referee through us, and then we will support that referee. So we will pay him his transport costs, any wages. I mean, it's not going to be a full-time job yet or anything, but
So
yeah.
sad.
Oh yeah, you're not a volunteer. That's nice.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, these guys will also maintain the FAQ. So if people have any questions regarding some random rule that's not in the WTC FAQ or in the GW FAQ, they can make a ruling. We will have a national model approval page, site, email address, whatever you want to call it. So if you want to request your model approvals once, if it's approved, you can use it for all the the NLWB tournaments. So instead
NLWB
of
sanctioned tournaments, yeah.
yes, so instead of emailing every TO every time like, hey, I kit bashed this nice Archon, blah blah blah, is it okay? You get one approval, stamped on it, and then it's good.
Okay, that sounds great.
Yes.
So, with
is this
support from
approved?
players,
Is this okay?
Yeah,
they want
this is
approval right now.
I don't know, man. I have to ask for the head referee first so we can.
Exactly.
Yeah, fair enough.
That is what the referees are for, CJ. And
Yeah, I'm not a
you're not
referee.
Give
one yet.
myself permission. I think I shall also give myself permission.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that at your own tournaments, of course, but they have to be
Exactly.
NLWB sanctioned, and then you can use the general approval
Yeah.
list.
I'll put a sticker on there.
Yeah.
North. Yeah, like
Or
a
a big-
giant sticker on the
Big
base.
metal stamp, guild model, boom.
Like a hammer with like a relief of approved in the head of the hammer, and then you
Yeah,
just
and then
Bonk it.
it is approved.
Yeah.
Next. It's
Approved
also now trash.
next. And
Yep.
it needs to have some red ink as well.
But I think that would really help with the approval process. Like you have to be super sure you want to get it approved. But if it's wrong, it's like you get both hammers. Like,
Yeah, just do the declined one. Then there's a incentive to do the proper approval.
Declined one.
If it's
decline
declined,
hammer, but that's an actual hammer, and then the other one is like a very soft tap with a glove, like approved.
yeah,
And the hammer is like denied. Yep. I
that
think
works.
that would
That
be
definitely works.
Yep.
I like the hammer part.
Wow,
Yeah.
It
starting
reminds
out
me of
aggressive
the format they had in the US for a very short time, when there was like a shit ton of very cheap armies on eBay. They'd play actual Warhammer, where if your unit got destroyed, your opponent would be able to physically
it?
destroy the models.
Oh,
it was
boy.
pretty nuts.
That is really nuts. Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Reminds me
gonna
of
cast the purple sun in the middle of your army. Ah, they all die. Well, hello.
Here comes the hammer.
Sledgehammer.
That's hammer time.
So, Ruud, if there are any listeners that want to help or sign up for the NLWB, what can they still offer or do to help you out?
Just give me money. No,
That's the easy question, of course.
that's the easy question. No, it's we're still looking for referees, especially in the east part of the Netherlands. Either we don't know a lot of people near Arnhem, Nijmegen, Overijssel, further west, east, or there's just not many gaming clubs. Either or. Found out that there's one in Zwolle, which I never heard of, so it's slowly growing.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, so you can always email me to ruud@nlwb.nl. So we're needing referees. If people can make nice designs or anything. Always happy to help. If they need anything, just contact me, man. If you have a great idea, welcome to feedback. So
Okay.
get it in.
I will add the information to the description and the show notes where they can reach out. And if they want to add their club because they're not on the club finder yet, they can do that themselves, right? On the NLWB website?
Yeah, just go to nlwb.nl and then you can see club finder, and then you can add your club right there. So we're asking for, I believe, the what you call it address. In the description we ask about when do you game. So preferably if you play once a month. I believe I also have to add like some guidelines of what is a gaming club. For the sake of easiness, let's call a gaming club a place where at least 4 people play Warhammer on a regular basis. Preferably on the same spot so people can easily access it and that it's accessible for everyone. So if you want to join, you have to be welcome. So don't make it your private gaming thingy and then don't let people join, because that's not a club.
Yeah.
You want to build the community and not have 25 circle jerks. Across the Netherlands, there's other websites for that, I guess.
Only one very big one. Yeah.
I mean, there's more than whatever.
Yeah, that means that if you have a lot of clubs in one location, you can have one really big one. With having said that, I think we have a team event coming up pretty soon, right?
Yep.
The
Building
of the
a lot of
clubs.
terrains for this. Yeah, it's the 25th and 26th of October. So that's not this weekend, but the next one. We will host 12 clubs in Amersfoort. And they will have teams of 6 people, so 6 players, fighting it out for who the best club is in the Netherlands. It's a 4-round event because I've been calculating. And if you have 12 teams, there is only one winner after 4 rounds. That makes it easier for everybody to get out on a Saturday, so everybody can get pissed and get hungover on round 3 and 4.
Yeah,
if you're into that stuff.
Definitely. So
I don't know who would be into that, but yeah, sounds okay.
Probably a lot of them.
Probably the guys that are gonna win again. So.
Yep.
So Battle of the Clubs is one of your events. That's correct, right?
Yes. Yeah, correct. It's one of the NLWB events. I think you can call it that.
Oh, that sounds pretty good. So, like you said, it's 12 teams. They're only Dutch teams.
Only Dutch teams, only Dutch clubs.
Okay.
No weird people from different nations that can just join and randomly win a tournament. But no mercs from outside. I've learned that the hard way. I didn't learn that the hard way, but I used it the hard way. Let's put it that way.
And for our listeners that are new to team-based Warhammer 40k events, we talked about it on the last podcast with Dan because we were talking about Team NL. And of course that's WTC. The format that will be played is it's WTC formatting, right? So but then 6 players instead of 8.
Yeah.
So how does that change the way the pairing is done? Is it more difficult? Is it easier?
Doesn't matter that much. It's the reason why I did 6-man or at least 6-player teams, because we did some previous years. I think AO did 4-man teams, and then the pairing system is literally rock paper scissors. Or if you can really understand the pairing system, it's quite easy to make that like a shuffling system instead of actual tactics, in my opinion. So it's 1 round less. But so what happens is you have 6 players in a team. Every army faction can only be used once. That includes all the weird Space Marine factions, except Grey Knights, because they're not Space Marines. And then every team has to do a little pairing round before you play 6 games, because you're playing 6 individual games. Every game is worth a 0 to 20 score according to WTC.
Right.
So you score points based on differential points. So if you get more than 51 points of victory points differential, so if you win 100 against 49, you will get a 20-0. Then if you count up all the individual scores, you need to get more than 66 points or 66 points or more, and then you win your round.
As a team.
As a team, correct. Now, there's a couple of tactics you can do there because sometimes you have a very good player with a very strong mindset that can take up all the tough armies or the bad guys or just plays for a small loss or an actual loss. And then the rest of the team has good pairings, so they can actually win the round. Some teams will take a lot of average players or all flex players is how they call it, and then they try to get a lot of draw-ish games with small victories, which is always a bit more of a trap and a challenge, because if somebody from the other team flips a big 20-0, you're probably fucked for the round.
Yeah.
And then team lists will also fluctuate a little bit more as to a singles list, because single lists need to beat everybody or every army that's good at the moment, which technically is almost everything now, because it's nice and balanced as far as I know. But you compare against random armies, so you also have table pick. So tables are not all the same at team events. You will do, I think we do a Battle of the Clubs. We have 2 light, 2 heavy, and 2 medium tables.
And how does that change compared to the regular WTC? Are there more of one or?
There's
We
2
base-
mediums
yeah.
less.
Okay, so
Exactly.
normally it's 2 light, 4 medium, and then 2 heavy.
Yep.
And now
And then-
there's more of a balance between the tables.
Yeah, everything is 2 tables. And what does a light table mean? A light table will only have 2 big ruins on the table and 8 small ones. Light tables will have 2 big ones and 8 small ones, and heavy tables will have 6 big terrain pieces and 4 small ones. So you can hide a lot more. You can take a piss at Imperial Knights or Chaos Knights, depending on how well the players are.
Mhm.
And then play more defensively or more aggressively. So normally Blood Angels, if they go first defender, they get a big heavy table, they hide all their fast moving units, and then turn 2, they're in your face and smashing your face in.
Destroying
Whereas
everything that doesn't want to be destroyed. Yeah.
And where Chaos Knights players with 3 Gatling Cannon Knights will go, hey, here's a light table. I touch all the terrain and you're dead.
I can shoot it all.
Yes.
Surprise! Boom.
It's pretty fun, I can tell you.
Since this is a team event, we will be seeing a lot of the teams that are in the NLWB website as well.
Yep.
How's the competitiveness between the teams? Is that something that everybody works for, or is working towards for something like a Battle of the Clubs? Is there some good banter going on?
I mean, there's always banter to War Dice, so that's too easy. But they're taking a bit.
Yep.
They're taking a bit of a sabbatical, so I think everybody needs to take a pitch at the order now.
That's fine.
No pressure.
Orders waiting for them.
Yeah, too easy as well.
Yes,
No,
sir.
I think most clubs, specifically the clubs that are close by, so Groningen, Friesland, Hired Guns, and Eindhoven, the Order, and the Babies from the Weapon, that kind of stuff. I think if you're closer, you can do more banter because you know each other. Or if you're very non-autistic, you can also banter and get the jokes.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's some clubs that just don't banter yet. There's some clubs that I think. Do we have a? I think there's one team attending. No, there's no new teams this year because I don't have enough space for more teams to attend.
That's
So
unfortunate.
I might be looking into a new venue next year.
See if you
If
can
we
up the
have-
number of teams.
Yeah, if we have more than 12 clubs, I need to big up. Which
Yeah.
I have a nice location thanks to Martijn Carol. Because Breda location has some amazing spaces that we can rent out, even though it's more expensive, but it's totally worth it.
So both of you, CJ and Ruud, you have both played in Team NL as a competitive
Yes.
player.
Yes.
You, CJ, have joined team events for a club like the Order. So do you have any for any of our listeners that are pretty new to the team-based format? What is a good way to prepare or practice as a team for something like this?
I think rule one, which is mainly because I'm also a TO, is read the fucking rules pack. Like know what you're
Obviously,
actually
yeah.
playing. Like I think a lot of teams didn't realize we're playing. Like for example, for Bait say we are playing. I think it's Hammer and Anvil twice, and then Crucible Battle, I believe, twice.
Yeah.
Which already influences some of the army decisions, right? Because
Mhm.
you know it's going to be narrow deployments for most games. So speed is important. Some durability is important for certain armies. Like there's already a little bit of like list comp in just the fact that there's those two missions are active. Um, the next big thing I think is finding 5 friends. In this case, like it's a 6-man team. I think the most important rule for team events in general is make sure that your group is chill and everyone can respect each other in their own way. Like how we do it in the Order might not be the same. Like for example, the hired guns, but it's always going to be people coming together to have fun together. Like even and especially for team play, like even if your individual game is bad, like for plenty of reasons that can go wrong, as long as you get a point, it's still relevant. So it also means that playing for points, no matter what the situation, is also a very big part of team 40k, in my opinion. Also, I think the reason why, at least for me, and I think for a lot of other 40k players, especially the more experienced ones, Team Warhammer is a lot more fun in the long run because everything is relevant. You can prepare together. You can enjoy the cool stuff that happens in the battle together immediately. And if something goes wrong, you already have your like support system around you. Like if you had a bad game, you made a mistake and you lost, like it happens. There's already people there that can go like, "Hey man, it happens. We still have 3 more rounds to go. Get out of the funk and get back into the next round." So I think all those aspects together make Team 40k some of the best 40k you can play. And if you look at preparation, yeah, knowing what's up. So which missions are you playing? Knowing which factions are legal, like what changed. Like for example, Drukhari is super new. So there's going to be a lot of people like right now, like going, "What the flip am I playing?" Because Drukhari is very different than it was. So it's
It's only
something
two
for the
people
players.
playing Drukhari, man. Come on
I
now.
know, yeah,
You and Yuri.
I
Nobody
know,
else
right?
plays Drukhari. They're not cool enough.
They're not good enough. I mean, you're TOing, otherwise you would be the third one.
Definitely.
But I think stuff like that is super relevant. Like things being up to date of what armies do. Also reading the FAQs. Like for example, WTC FAQ is quite specific in certain cases. So it's very good that you have 1 or 2 people in your team that want to read everything and are up to speed about everything. So they can prime everyone like, "Oh, guys, you don't have to read the whole thing, but for example, for your army, this is super relevant. Like keep an eye out for this. Or if you face this army, know that this is a specific ruling for an interaction they have." Like the Chaos Cult FAQ. Oh, you lose the Demagogue, you lose your invulnerable save immediately. If you
Right.
don't know
Yeah.
that going into that matchup, you're gonna play a very different game, right?
Yeah.
So like information in a broad scope, like missions, but also FAQ, active knowledge about all the good factions. Like that's super important to have in your team, but you don't have to have everyone on that level. That's also, I think, very important. Like even if you have a newer player or some people that want to be competitive but just aren't there yet, then Team 40k is one of the best ways to get into competitive play because you have people around you that can inform you about the things you might not know. I think those are some of the key factors, at least in my opinion.
Yeah.
And don't forget about hypothetical coach you can bring. So instead
Yep.
of always getting to a Warhammer event and then you find out that you're not drinking enough water or you're stressed about something and you have a coach and the coach can manage you a little bit and de-stress you or help you out with like food or drinks or almost like your random parrot that's helping you out.
Or just as
All the-
emotional support. Yeah.
Yeah, you need to go to the toilet. Someone can watch your game, so you don't have to stress about the time. Like all those
Yeah.
small things add up real fast. Like
Yep.
it's almost like playing Warhammer with a butler. Like it's the best way to play Warhammer. Let's not lie
Yeah.
about it.
But then be
Yeah.
honest as well. Respect the fucking butler.
Yep.
Of
Don't take them
course,
for granted.
they can spit in your drinks, so you should always respect people
Yeah.
that can spit
Always
in your
respect the
drinks.
help.
Yeah,
And also
exactly.
like your drink. Yeah. I don't know if that's a bad thing though.
So, is there some, if you have to give a new player one tip on what to look out for common mistakes in their first team matchup? Is there something that you would give them as a one-liner, basically?
I think one of the main things people forget, and that's not just Team 40k, but in general 40k competitively, ask a lot of questions at the start of the game. Like ask what unit, what does, which unit has infiltrate? Do you have a fight on that mechanic if that's relevant for your army? Like those general questions, or especially in like a high pressure environment, people tend to forget or choose not to ask because we don't have enough time. La 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 la, and then it becomes a huge deal later on in the game, and then you're like regretting not having asked those questions. So
And
communicating clearly is the main thing for any type of Warhammer, I think.
and keep asking questions as well.
Yeah,
Constantly during the game,
yeah.
can you do this? If I do this, what kind of stratagems you have? If I do this, what can you do there? Blah 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 blah. Keep asking questions.
The main parts of playing by intent is asking people what they can do. Because if you don't know what they can do, you don't know what you can face, right? So that's one of the things people, especially early, like starting players, forget. They ask all the questions at the beginning, and then they forget halfway through because they're not talking out loud about what they want to do. And then there's like, oh yeah, gotcha hammer, and you can get upset. Like, why didn't you tell me? Well, you didn't ask. If you don't tell me what you want to do, I can't look with you when it's happening. So then,
Or
yeah,
I told you
you
at the
might have a
beginning of the
feel
game.
bad moment, right? Yeah.
Yeah, stuff like that is definitely a good point. Okay, good stuff. So, Battle of the Clubs, exciting event coming up soon. 2 weeks. It's full, unfortunately.
For
It will
you.
be streamed. So, for people that want to watch, the board report will be there live, and we
Oh
will
yeah, you're
be
doing
seeing
streaming.
some games. Exactly. That is the
You
plan.
already forgot.
Twice now.
Twice
Yeah.
now, exactly. Yeah.
This guy.
That brings us to something that CJ just mentioned. Drukhari is our newest codex.
Yeah.
It was a faction that is receiving, I think, one of the final codexy in 10th edition. It
Yep.
was on a index pre. It was another index that like one of the Grotmans ones that was kind of okay to play, right? But
Yeah,
it
Reaper's
is
Wager was the only way to play
the only
competitive
way to play,
Drukhari.
even.
Honestly,
Ooh,
yeah.
I see. But now we have something new. They did a complete the redesign of the power from pain mechanic.
Yep.
Different. They removed units. They went to
Legends.
legends. Unfortunately, they added
F in the chat for
some.
Urian.
Yeah,
My homie.
unfortunate.
He finally failed to get up.
There's a new chick in town trying to
Lady
kill your
Mallets,
stuff.
yep.
Exactly. So, CJ, what is your first takeaway from the Drukhari Codex? Are you excited? Are you sad? What is your what are your thoughts?
I'm sad because I have 2,500 points of models I can't use anymore. That sucks. The good thing is everything I still have is amazing. Like the internal balance of the codex is super good. Like everything has a role, everything's relevant to play, and has a space in almost every type of list. The detachments are, I think, what we all hoped they would be. Like they're super flavorful. Like really, you have like the more generalistic one, the Real Space Raid, which is like the one where you take everything. Like you take your Cabal, you take your Witch, you take your Coven, and then you have the faction specific detachments, which are super interesting. There's some very nice interactions. There's some very new mechanics. I think the best one is the I'm gonna charge you in your movement phase.
The witch cult is
the
awesome.
the cult of strives attachment. Like we were all looking at that attachment. Like, is this actually written down? I'm charging you in your movement phase, and it's not during. No. It's at the end. So it's like the best way this could have happened.
Yeah.
which you do kind of need, because a lot of the fight first got removed. Like Court of the Archon was one of the main reasons to get fight first in most armies, together with Lilith, of course. So yeah, the detachments are new, they're fresh, but they're also super interesting to play. So I'm looking forward to it, man. It's going to be a good 5 to 6 months until we probably get the first 11th edition rumors. But at least we get to play our new codex for half a year roughly. So that's super nice.
Yeah, hope so.
And it's not dead on arrival like some of the other codexes.
It's actually interesting. Yeah.
Okay. And
there's going to be a new Space Marine Codex anyway before 11th edition. So
obviously,
I mean, aren't we already getting a new Space Marine Codex with 2 new detachments and more model releases than Drukhari?
And there's new Ultramarines coming, right? Again.
We just got
it's been a week. We're probably going to get a new Marine, yeah. But honestly, I think Drukhari it's very different from what it used to be in the index. But honestly, after almost 2 years of index Drukhari, I think a lot of people are ready for something new. I think if I look around my bubble of Drukhari players, everyone is finding a very nice niche for them to be in. Like if you like all the factions, you go Real Space Raid, for example. If you're like me and you love all the Blaze for Hire bullshit, you take the Cabalite Cartel, which is hilarious. There's an army for everyone. If you like Drukhari, you're gonna have fun with this codex, 100%.
Right. So, which of the detachment do you feel is specifically good in a team environment, and which one would be better in a one-on-one environment?
I think the Cult of Strife, the Witch Cult detachment in teams can be extremely busted. Like they have a few super hard counters, which Drukhari in general already have, but their builds are even more pushed to a single side, right? But they with a good general, Cult of Strife is amazing. Like it's busted beyond all recognition. But it takes very high skill to play it perfectly, because every mistake you will lose 4 units immediately. Okay. So that's one of the detachments I would pick. I think Cabalite Cartel is super good in teams because it can bully certain builds. Like if you're a mono build, you have only infantry, that detachment is super effective. Like it has very good tools to fight against certain unit types.
And the Cabalite Cartel has the contracts, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And the Cult of Spite had the
that's the chart in your movement phase.
Oh, right.
And the old combat drugs. So you can pick or roll for drugs again. So you either get the +1 move, +1 attack. All the good abilities are there. The strats are super good. You have the full fight and death for 2 CP, which is very good on a full melee army, let's be honest. So there's a lot of very flavorful stratagems that really synergize well with the way the detachments play.
A lot of tools to get the most out of your army.
If you play by all the witches as well, it's 1400 points, I think, if you get max units of everything. So all the Hellions, all the witches, all the Reavers, all the Succubi.
Yeah.
And you still have 500 points to play around with.
AKA 3 unit Scourges and some Mandrakes, probably.
Transports.
Those are amazing. Yeah.
So if I have to play, because I have never played Drukhari myself. If I play against
Real Space Raid, 100%.
Okay, so the starting detachment is Real Space Raiders.
Yeah, it's the most forgiving. It has a lot of more survivability tools in there, more fire and fade mechanics, that kind of stuff.
Easier access to pain tokens as well.
Yeah. So the pain mechanic is a lot easier because you start with 6 in most lists instead of 0. So that can already help in certain interactions. I think besides that, if you're a little bit more experienced, especially for single play, I think Reaper's Wager is still one of the best. The innate reroll ones to hit and wound, there's almost no rerolls besides the Archon, right? With the rework of the pain mechanic. So that's one of the few ways to get rerolls on units that are now built or costed without rerolls. So a lot of stuff becomes even more powerful. Incubi, for example, if you're battle shocked, they will hit on 2s, rerolling ones to hit. It's effectively full rerolls, right? So stuff like that, those kind of synergies are still amazing. and the strat suite of Reaper, especially the Ignore Overwatch, is still one of the most important ones in the game. I've played a few games now without Reaper, and every game I'm like, I wish I had Ignore Overwatch, and I don't.
I miss my strategy.
I miss my bullshit.
Yeah.
But then you go, oh, but I'm loan up 18 on my mandrakes, and it's all amazing again. So who cares?
It's all good.
It's all good, yeah.
So, as a opponent of the Drukhari player, what would I need to look out for if I want to take care of a power from pain spike? So that the most you can do in one turn against my army.
Be careful about feeding small units early. Like if I can save up pain tokens in like the first 1 or 2 turns, I'm basically never going to run out after that. So that's one of the things to be very mindful of. The other thing about playing into most Drukhari or Eldari armors in general, like playing elves, if you can kill the transport, always kill the transport. Like a lot of the tricks are because of the boat mechanics, especially the venoms, right? Getting in and out for free. Like those kind of mechanics can really flip a game. If you're not aware of that, you will lose the game just based on those mechanics. So be aware that you can counter that, but you need to be in very specific spots in order to do it.
Yeah, non assigned shooting also helps. So the new Voten mortar stuff.
The mole launcher plus models are very good. Like indirect in general is good in the meta, right? Because Eldari is good, Drukhari is going to be good, not on the same level, but like right below it, I think. I think there's a lot of other like more infantry based armies, so indirect in general is quite good at the moment. And that works really well into elves because we're all like T3, so you're wounding almost everything on 2s. So that really messes up the plan. But it also means that in certain matchups you're going to have a lot of points sitting there doing nothing. Like if you're going to play knights, the indirect guns are cute, but they don't really do anything. Like they might chip a wound here or there. Maybe they have like a debuff, like a basilisk, or like we're in some movement mechanics, but that's about it. So while it is relevant to take it, like only take it if you're consistently losing to Drukhari or Eldari. Because if your army already has tools to fix it the other way, like for example, Blood Angels are almost as fast or equally as fast, they can just trade on their own terms. So then you don't really need the indirect. But stuff like that is super relevant. And also be aware, a lot of the mechanics now require warlords to be on the board, for example, not winning a vehicle. So also keep your opponent honest. Like make sure that you know what they do, so they're not making mistakes.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Good. Let's swap topics a bit. The Drukhari Codex is exciting. I'm really hoping we get to see some good games on the Battle of the Clubs. Maybe
and
something
Malmo.
at
Let's
Malmo.
go.
Yeah, exactly. We'll be we as the Order will be going to Sweden this weekend, where we will be competing at the Malmo event, the Wargaming weekend, and I hope to see some Drukhari there as well.
Well, there's only 2 of us, so
Is it singles or is it teams?
it's singles.
Yeah.
Oh, do you still have the same jacuzzi and the whiskey?
Well, I'm bringing the whiskey, so yes. But it's in a different hotel without the jacuzzi, but they do have a sauna. So you can alternate. You sweat, then you drink more whiskey, then you sweat more, then you drink more whiskey
out. What are you bringing?
Jacuzzi
Are you just
and whiskey,
bringing the cheap stuff, or are you bringing the good stuff?
I'm bringing good stuff. Fuck it.
Okay.
It's one of the few weekends a year when I'm like actually out of the country, so there's no one there to prove I did anything wrong.
How are you gonna bring a bottle of whiskey? Are you gonna
buy it at the airport?
Oh, okay, of course. Yeah.
Come on, man. This is the actual Dutch life skill that apparently the new kids don't have yet, and I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
We went to Sweden with 11 morons, and then I was there exactly when the gate opened, and nobody bought an actual bottle of alcohol.
Yeah, while they were there for like hours.
Pussies. Bought a bottle of Disaronno. Yeah, that's not alcohol, it's sugar syrup. Fuck me.
Boo. Boo, boo, boo.
So talking about events, we have another event coming in beginning of November. A Madness in the Middle.
Yes, sir.
It's an event co-hosted by the Order.
Yes. Yes.
together with Tabletop Kingdom.
Mhm.
And it is in one of the biggest events of the year in the Utrecht Jaarbeurshal, right?
Yes.
There's a room for a lot of 40k players, and
Yes,
there
sir.
are still tickets available for people that want to join. Can you give us a quick recap of the event, CJ?
Of course. It's a 2-day GT, 5 rounds, so 3 on the Saturday, 2 on the Sunday. But it's part of like a major convention. It's one of the biggest like gaming conventions, especially for board games, card games, and everything related to that in the Netherlands. So it's a very good spot to not only play some cool 40k, but also to check out all the new games coming up, do play demos, use your break to walk around, trade cards, do all the cool stuff you do at a big convention. While also being in the middle of the Netherlands. It's in Utrecht in the Jaarbeurs, which means it's super easy to get to. Even by car, just dump it at the park and ride right outside the city, get the tram, and it's literally stops in front of the door.
Yeah.
So it's one of the easiest ones to get to for most people in the Netherlands, because it's super central, like almost easier than Schiphol for a lot of us.
Yeah.
Especially coming for the north and the south, like you just drive straight down or straight up, and you probably hit Utrecht at some point.
And you're there, exactly.
Exactly. So it's one of the more convenient locations, I think. We have a huge hall. There's plenty of space. So unlike LGT, when you're like buddy with everyone left, right, behind, and in front of you, it's way more spacious. More like what you're used to, I think, in Dutch events in general. So it's
Less
one of
fat
the
people
cooler
and
ones.
more space.
It's the best. It's the bestest. It's the greatest. It's the
The
greatest.
greatest. The greatest.
Okay,
of
Tina.
greats.
So honestly, it's one of the events that we started out last year with an RTT in the same context, and then this year
Sold out in 2 minutes.
Yep. And this year we're bumping it up to GT. There's still tickets available, so get yours while you can. We have the opportunity to go up to 120. So be there or be square, basically.
And if they
So
want more
bummed out I
information, they
can't
can
make
get
it.
that at the Tabletop Kingdom website.
Yeah, or at spellenspectakel.nl. There's a link to all the events, so also the 40k ones, but also any other game you might be interested in. So if you're playing Kill Team or any other like miniature game, there's almost an event for every single game out there. But of course, you're going to do 40k if you're cool. So
Exactly.
let's
All
be
the cool
honest.
boys are playing 40k.
All the cool boys are playing.
Yep, exactly.
So that's coming up too.
Okay, so let's take a quick look at the next topic, which is the Imperial Knights Codex.
Never heard of them.
Never heard of them.
Boo.
Ruud is always angry when they show up. Unfortunately for him, the
Not
first
just Ruud.
time. I think it wasn't my
Dark Elder
first
thing.
event. I think that my first event was an Alliance Open event. It was a doubles, where we got a
Ooh.
bye on the second round because we lost with 0 points from Thomas Beckers and one of his mates. He slapped us around on 8th edition, the Chaos Demons with Bellator
yeah.
and whatever. Me and my daughter were very sad that day. And our second event was one of Ruud's Feast of Blades in Amersfoort, which was it was cool. I took knights there. People looked a bit angry at me. I wasn't sure why. Took me a while before I got it.
It wasn't personal. It's just because you play knights.
Exactly. Yeah, but I'm an old guy, right? I need something that doesn't have more than 10 models on the board. Otherwise, I get frustrated.
Sounds very, very classic. Yeah.
So we
That's
did
why
get a
don't
new
date
codex,
that
though.
generous.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's too many models.
I think the Imperial Knights had the same issue as the Drukhari. They had a index for the entire time.
Forever. Yeah.
Forever. And their Grotmus detachment was ridiculously
Worse.
bad. Yeah, it was even worse. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was like
stupidly
worse
bad.
than the index. Like everyone was like, "What the flip are they doing?" Like,
Yeah.
oh.
I mean, your index is also stupidly good, so.
It was really good, but
it was hard
kinda,
to. It was hard to approach.
Yeah, it was a bit boring. So I think the biggest changes for the codex is the Field of Pain is gone.
Yeah.
So
Oh
that was,
no!
Tiny violin.
Yeah. Well, they. I think the interesting part is that the Imperial Knights were with the launch index. They were pretty fun to play. They weren't stupidly strong. They were strong, but then they got the changes with the Chaos Knight Codex, with the reduced toughness, increased wound counts, which helped a lot with the Feel No Pain.
Yep.
Keeper points.
A lot cheaper points, stupidly cheaper points on some
Freaking
units. Like
Canis Rex.
Canis Rex.
exactly. So now the codex is out. It looks to be still pretty good. There are some detachments that are looking really fun to play and pretty consistent. But on the other hand, it's less durable. So maybe now they will sometimes die. What is your
Sometimes.
first takeaway of the codex as a non-Imperial Knights player?
I'm so happy they nerfed the stupid give 3 knight for 1 CP above. Piss off.
Yeah, with the Vetter Strike lance detachment where they could
Oh
give.
my god. Yep.
Yeah, that was broken
That
on
will not be
release.
missed.
No.
Exactly.
No.
That's true.
Honestly, it looks a lot more interesting, Ron. Like it's not as one-dimensional, I think, as it used to be.
Mhm.
Like there's a bit more interactions. Like the detachments themselves are a little bit more interesting. Of course, you lost quite a bit, I think. Also in flavor, maybe, but that's something I think you as a player might be able to attest to.
I don't really agree with that. I think the flavor is actually back. Yeah, there's a lot more flavor because before you only had one way to go.
Yeah, fair.
The
Yeah, that is
Celestus
true.
Knights were stupidly strong,
Yep.
and now you actually have the option to go more armor list. I'm not sure if it's one of the best detachments, but it's at least an option. You can at least have choice now.
Yeah, and that is
And
very true.
the same goes for the other ones where you have basically stupidly overpowered big boys, or you go in combination with standing on your home objective line with the Gate Warden option and play
Mhm.
defensively. So I think that sounds really cool. For the new knights, kind of boring knight defender.
But oh my god, is it good?
Yeah, I wanted to say, isn't that the guy that gives -1 damage and a 4 pinball or something?
Yeah, he can
Yeah.
give the -1 damage to an armor core with the bondsman. So if you're playing the Spirited Arms, you can give it to 3 at the same time.
Horrible.
Which, well, I didn't
It's
say he
pretty
was.
good.
I didn't say he was underpowered, but he is boring. And
Yeah.
his ability to 4++ is so weird. I mean, the
Why?
units behind him, if you can't see a unit fully because of the
Any
defender,
part of his model.
yeah, then the unit behind it gets the 4++.
Yeah.
So if
It's
you
Really? Is
so
that the
it's
rule?
that's the
yep.
rule. It's not even his base or something, it's the
No.
model. So
Like if
if
you're
the
obscured by
fist,
any part of it, yeah.
yeah, his fist or his dick, whatever, and you get a
Dick
4++.
banners, yes.
So on the one hand, you want to use him to give out the -1 damage, so he has to be a bit behind. But on the other hand, he has to be in front because you want to get the free rotate ion shields.
Exactly, yeah. There's
He
gonna be
can
some
play
very
3, right?
funky interactions, yeah.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
Just
and the
play 2 or
weapons
3 with
are
armigers.
yeah, but the weapon he has a one of
It's
those
so
beamer
bonkers.
cannons. Yeah, but it gets more damage on longer range, right? Or the in
Yeah, it's a
between
bit like the
the
Land
Votan.
Fortress, right? From Votan. Like
Exactly. Yeah.
it's a really funky gun. Yep.
Yeah, it's a funky gun. So it needs to be close, but it has to be not close enough. And it's interesting. We'll have to see what it's gonna do. It's at least something new. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't think he has a nipple gun as well because he has
Shield.
the shield. Exactly.
It's better than the Ruinator.
Yeah.
That's not very hard, is it?
I mean, the model is cool. And the rules are okay. But it's like,
Yeah, definitely. And I think it was a really good thing that Canis Rex got nerfed. He
yes.
was just a one-trick pony. You were stupid if you did not take him. He was just way too good.
Yeah.
Now he is an option, but he doesn't really bring anything because he lost the sustained or the crits on fives, which was
Oh
really
no.
power swingy. So maybe we'll see. Um,
Time will tell.
Time will tell. Yeah, they're still a bit skew, of course, with only not a lot of models on the table. And if you don't really build for it, you can get kind of dicked.
Yeah. That's a very subtle way of saying you're gonna get tabled in 2 turns. Nice.
Yeah.
By Dick himself, or?
Yep. Nah, but then it's Chaos Knights. Let's not kid ourselves.
Yeah, true.
Come on.
I think the
I mean, I
Chaos
was
Knights are-
hoping for a nice new baby armature model that's cooler or something, so I can put it in my Imperial Legends army. But
or at
apparently
least
that's not happening.
We still have the Moirex that is always.
He said cool. Stop
Yeah.
talking. He said cool model.
Eh,
Okay, fair enough. It's actually kind of cool. Like
Yeah,
the
the
rat
Moirex.
gun is kind of dope.
yeah,
meh.
it was really fun in I think 9th edition.
Oh man, it was so good.
Yeah, with the lightning locks, with the
Mhm.
insane amount of shots you could hit. Ruud is getting
Yeah.
flashbacks.
I'm not missing that even a
Mm,
little bit.
Man,
but
back in
obviously, I
the
think.
That's fun.
But
when I
Ron, looking at the detachments, which one's your favorite? What would you play if you had to play tomorrow or
I
tonight?
think I would start with the Spearheaded Arms. Just
Still,
2 big
nice.
boys and a
What's
couple of
that?
armor cars, like 6 or 7 of them, and some supportive units behind, because I think it's the easiest to play right now. Armor cars with -1 damage. There's a lot of damage 2, damage 3 currently in the game.
Mhm.
Really?
Really, yeah. So that really helps keep them alive, and then you have a
Haywire
ridiculous
guns.
amount of shooting.
Incubi.
Yeah, of course.
Incubi don't
Haywires.
have damage 3.
No, but they have damage too, so they also do not like the -1 damage.
Yeah.
Very sad.
And you can put it on 3 armor cars, and if you bring a Cerastus Castigator,
Mhm.
which is I don't think I've ever seen one on the table. It's the one with the sword and the Gatling cannon.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
He gives 3 health runes, reroll ones, and +1 strength, and 1 AP on their autocannon. So you get strength 10, AP 2, damage 3 autocannons with rerolls built in.
Wow.
Well, it's a lot of shots. It can do a lot of work, especially with on 3 of them. So that's sounds fun. But I think the better ones is probably the. I'm not sure if Valor Strike is really strong still because of the nerfed stratagems. It's still good, I guess, but not
It's still
bonkers.
fast, right? It's not as
Yeah.
fast as we expected it to be, but it plays the board really well.
Yeah.
Like it still has very good tools, I think. But it's not
exactly.
as bonkers broken immediately. Everyone's gonna play it.
Yeah, which is good.
As we all expected it to be.
And if you really want, we can still play the Grotmus detachment, which sucks even worse now.
Ron. Why do you hate yourself? Just no.
Yeah, I just want to have some AdMech on the table, and then
yeah.
Just play AdMech then, because they're actually super good now.
Yeah,
they are
yeah.
very cool.
Definitely.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So happy I have almost everything already and not having to buy it for an atrocious amount of money.
You mean like everyone currently trying to buy Hellions as Drukhari?
And I already have everything of Drukhari as well. That's the best part. Well, sorry, I have to rebase my Mandrakes. My bad.
So
yes,
I
and your
think
Archon. That's
we
about
are
it.
nearing
Yeah.
the end of our podcast, boys. I think we already filled up almost an hour of complete nonsense and some good information about the NLWB and Madness in the Middle.
Sounds
we're
like
gonna
Warhammer.
we're gonna forget everything about the Drukhari and the Imperial Knights Codexy.
Definitely.
Exactly. So in recap, if people want to know more about the NLWB, they can go to nlwb.nl, read up, register their clubs, and if you want to have some better offer, you can contact Ruud directly. We will put the information below in the description and in the show notes.
Perfect.
We have Battle of the Clubs coming up pretty soon. Unfortunately, it's full, but you will be able to follow along with the stream of the board report live. I will also be streaming from Malmo, Sweden this weekend. So if you want to follow along and see how the Dutch are cleaning up the Swedes, make sure you tune in on Saturday and on Sunday.
Nice.
We're gonna get some Swedish meatballs. Yes.
We're gonna gobble them up. Exactly.
Yep.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
So, do you have any more shout outs, CJ, that you want to do before we round off this podcast?
Be in the middle, where all the madness is. Go to madness in the middle, and there's no starting November. Just be there, bro.
Madness
be there.
in the middle. Let's do it.
And if you're not there, you can be like Ruud and be very sad. It's okay.
I'm sad.
Ruud, any final shout-outs? Final
Yes.
questions?
Pay attention this month because there will come out a club competition, like a national league soon. Just saying.
Battle of the Clubs whole year. Let's go.
Very cool stuff. So keep
okay,
that
I'm
in
calling
mind.
out Amsterdam. Fuck it. Let's go.
For what?
First round. I just want to play them.
We can fix that as long as you pay me.
Yeah.
Okay, we will handle that after the podcast. So
sorry. No witnesses.
No witnesses. No witnesses.
No
just
evidence.
banter. Just banter.
Where's the cartel when you need it?
Yes.
So, yeah. So for all our listeners, if you have any questions, comments, remarks, you can put them down on YouTube in the comment section. You can contact me directly on WhatsApp. I'm in all the Dutch channels. I don't have an email address yet, so we'll not mention that.
Hey Ron, don't you want to mention something?
Well,
I've heard rumors.
You have heard rumors. That is correct. So we will be back with a new event in The Hague, powered by the Board Report and the NLWB. Something with the North Sea Slam, although we will probably be changing up the name. We will be continuing with our awesome events and awesome lunches in our regular venue in SV Houtwijk. So keep that in mind. Keep your ears tuned for stuff like that. And let's hope we will have a new event there soon.
Ooh!
So with having that said, thank you for listening. Thank you for joining CJ, and thank you for joining Ruud. And that is me, Ron, your host, signing off with the Board Report podcast. And I will see you on the next live or the next podcast. Bye bye.
Hope the next podcast. Bye.
Bye.